Welcome to Little Dreams Bedtime, a YouTube channel full of gentle tales where little ones find magic and calm. Rapunzel, an adapted fairy tale. Long ago, in a distant kingdom, there lived a wise and just king and queen, beloved by their people. Yet, despite their wealth and splendor, their hearts were heavy with sorrow. No child blessed their lives. Year after year, they prayed to the heavens for the gift of a child, but their pleas went unanswered. From the queen's chambers, a window overlooked a mysterious garden enclosed by a high stone wall. That garden contained wondrous plants and belonged to a powerful witch dwelling in a secluded tower deep in the forest. No one dared trespass, for tales spoke of her potent magic. One spring evening, the queen looked out and saw a patch of vibrant green herbs gleaming in the moonlight. The scent reached even her window. It was wild Rapunzel, a rare healing herb. "Oh, if only I could taste it," she murmured. The king, overjoyed yet anxious, vowed, "If these herbs bring you comfort, you shall have them." He ordered his servants to brave the forbidden garden and retrieve some of the Rapunzel. Under cover of night, they scaled the wall and harvested a handful of the magic herb. The queen consumed it and immediately felt warmth and strength return to her. Within weeks, she discovered she was with child. Joy spread throughout the kingdom. But as the herb's magic waned, her condition worsened again. The king ordered his servants to retrieve more of the herbs. This time, however, the witch caught them in the act. "Who dares steal my sacred herb?" her voice thundered. The terrified servants fell to their knees. One spoke, "Forgive us, my lady. By the king's command I came. His wife was dying, and only your herb saved her." The witch's eyes narrowed. "You took it without my permission. Magic demands a price. Take me to your palace." In the throne room, she faced the king and queen. The king bowed deeply. "Forgive us," he pleaded. "We meant no harm. We sought only to save my wife. We are ready to pay any price." The witch's gaze landed on the queen's rounded belly. "When the child is born," she said, her voice icy, "you will surrender it to me. The child is mine. If you refuse, I shall come and take what is mine." The queen gasped, and the king cried out, "Seize her!" Soldiers rushed forward, but it was too late. The witch smiled wickedly, raised her arms, and dissolved into the air like morning mist under sunlight. She vanished without a trace. The child was born on a bright spring day, as flowers bloomed and birds sang sweetly. In honor of the herb that made her possible, the king and queen named her Rapunzel. From her first breath, she enchanted all with her radiant laughter, long golden hair, and emerald eyes that shone with kindness. Rapunzel grew up joyful, curious, and tender-hearted. She always shared her toys, comforted those in tears, and listened entranced to the palace maiden's stories. Everyone, from guards to ladies-in-waiting, adored her. But most of all, her parents loved her. Every night, the queen lulled her to sleep with a song, and the king nestled her on his knee, weaving tales of stars, seas, and marvels. Yet, when Rapunzel turned 5, something strange occurred. At her splendid birthday feast, as evening fell and lanterns glowed among the garden's flowers, she vanished. The entire kingdom was plunged into despair. Search parties scoured every corner, but she was nowhere to be found. Years later, the old gardener revealed he glimpsed a strange black raven with golden eyes perched by Rapunzel's window. In a swirl of feathers and mist, she was gone. Thus, the witch reclaimed what she had bargained for. Rapunzel was taken into the wild woods to a tall, enchanted tower hidden among ancient trees. In that tower, she lived under the witch's care, receiving food and shelter, but never the warmth of a mother's love. Though tended to, Rapunzel felt the sting of loneliness deepen daily. She yearned to hear a bustling city's laughter, see smiling faces, smell blooming flowers. Each morning, when the witch traveled to a distant village for supplies, Rapunzel was left alone. She felt like a bird released into open sky, singing soft melodies, dancing in the golden sunlight, dancing across the stone walls. These brief hours were her only taste of freedom. Each evening, the witch returned and called up to her, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Her long golden locks, thick and shimmering, would fall like a rope. The witch climbed up, drawing magical nourishment from each strand as she combed them. Rapunzel obediently endured, though each day felt like a deeper confinement. One day, a young prince named Elias, hunting in the forest, heard a hauntingly beautiful voice drifting through the trees. He followed the song to the tower and called out, "Is anyone here?" Rapunzel peeked out, startled yet curious. She scarcely remembered seeing anyone other than the witch. With care, she climbed down, descending on her golden hair. Upon seeing the prince, her heart fluttered with a gentle warmth that she didn't quite understand. The prince, entranced, gently spoke, "Who are you?" Rapunzel hesitated, then answered, "My name is Rapunzel. I have seen no one but the witch." "I am Prince Elias of a neighboring kingdom. Your song led me here." "Are there other people? Do they laugh? Do they celebrate?" she asked, wide-eyed. "Yes," he smiled. "Beyond these woods lie villages and towns filled with light, laughter, and joy. I would love to show you." Her eyes brightened, and she scarcely whispered, "Please, show me the world." With a tender smile, Elias took her hand. "I will," he vowed. They journeyed through the forest toward the kingdom where her birthright lay. Meanwhile, the witch returned and discovered Rapunzel was gone. She raged with fury. Upon arriving, Rapunzel behold streets bustling with color and sound. She smiled at laughing children and listened to merchants calling out. Her heart soared. That day, a grand celebration filled the palace. In the crowd stood the king and queen. Suddenly, the queen spotted a girl with golden hair radiating light. She approached and with a single question recognized her daughter. Tears fell as the family reunited at long last. But then, the witch appeared in the crowd, snatching Rapunzel's hair, intent on dragging her back. Without hesitation, Prince Elias drew his hunting dagger and struck the golden braid, the part she clung to, severing it. The witch began to dissolve, a wisp floating upward until nothing remained. Rapunzel adjusted quickly to palace life. Prince Elias, ever gentle and devoted, professed his love. They married under a sky of fireworks, ruling the kingdom wisely and with love. In their story lived a truth passed down, that even in the darkest moments, hope, loyalty, and the power of love can shine through. The moral and lessons of the fairy tale Rapunzel. The tale of Rapunzel is not merely a story of a beautiful girl with magical hair locked away in a tall tower. It is a deep and heartfelt narrative about the power of love, the importance of free will, the value of kindness, and the triumph of justice. From the very beginning, we are introduced to the longing of a loving king and queen who pray for the gift of a child. But even the purest wish carries consequences. The magic that enters their lives comes at a cost. Here lies the first lesson. One must never take magic without understanding the price it demands. And also that true love may be willing to sacrifice, but it must never become a form of bondage. Rapunzel, raised far from the world in isolation, represents an innocent soul full of light and goodness, a soul that even the walls of a tower could not dim. Her longing for freedom, her desire to see the world and touch life, tells us that no heart was meant to live in a cage, no matter how gilded it may be. Freedom is a gift no one has the right to take away. The prince, who hears her voice and sees beyond her beauty into her spirit, teaches us the value of gentleness and empathy. He does not demand, he offers. His hand, his path, his heart. True love does not command, it invites. And only such love has the power to rescue and bring joy. The witch, by contrast, symbolizes control, jealousy, and possessiveness. Though she gives, she takes far more than she has the right to claim. In her, we see a warning. Those who hold others captive for the sake of their own power will, in the end, lose everything. At last, Rapunzel's return to her family, the defeat of evil, and the happy resolution reaffirm an old truth. Good always triumphs over evil, and love is stronger than any spell. This tale teaches us to believe in the light, to never fear to dream, and to remember that even in the darkest forest, one can find the way home, if they walk with a pure heart and a faithful companion by their side. And so our fairy tale comes to a close. If you enjoyed the story, please give it a like. Subscribe to Little Dreams Bedtime and share your favorite tale in the comments below. Until our next magical adventure,